Yo, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're hopping into a match review of the most recent Chelsea game against Burnley. So if you enjoy, like, comment, subscribe. What up, everyone? Welcome back. So we are going to have a match review slash kind of preview because we don't play again for another 2 weeks, but we are going to at least talk about the Chelsea Burnley game, which finished 4-1 in Chelsea's favor. This was the first time that we have scored 4 goals in a long time. I think I saw a stat we haven't scored 4 goals in the Premier League since like 2002, which doesn't sound right, but for some reason that's ringing a bell in my head. But let's go through the starting lineup and then we will talk a little bit about the game. So, if you remember, my prediction was kind of close. Broya actually did start up top. Mudryk did not start. Sterling actually started at left wing. Mudryk was on the bench, though, and so was Jackson. Palmer started on the right wing. Center attacking mid was Mr. Conor Gallagher, with Fernandez and Caicedo in a pivot behind them. It was almost more like Caicedo in a lone six and Gallagher and Fernandez and rotating eights, which kinda. It was a really fluid midfield three of Caicedo, Gallagher, and Fernandez. Left back, we had Levi Colwell start. Left center back was Mr. Thiago Silva, and right center back was Axel Disasi. And then right back was Mr. Cucurella with Bobbert in goal. And then we had substitutions of Nico Jackson in the 45th, 46th minute, Mudryk in the 83rd minute, Ian Motson in the 86th minute. And those were the only subs we made. We had Carney back on the bench, which was exciting to see him fit enough to make a bench. We had Madueke back on the bench after a little partying incident that led him to get a talking to from our manager, and then Petrovic on the bench, along with some other youngsters, but they're not in the game, so this is what we'll go with, and we will start off with this squad, and we will go play, and then I will kind of walk us through the game. So, like I said, we won 4-1. The first half wasn't the most convincing
A
that I've
city
ever
imbued with
watched.
the spirit of excitement.
Let me actually
Hello,
get
it's a
this
real
tab.
pleasure to be with you from West London, from Stamford Bridge.
It
I'm
wasn't
Derek
the most
Ray, and
convincing
ready with his
start to the
tactics
game
board alongside
that
me
I've ever
is Stuart
seen.
Robson, my
Um,
commentary partner. And
we
we've got
looked
Premier League
okay.
action coming right up.
They were
It is
overloading the
Chelsea, and they
midfield, and
take
we were
on
really having a
Sheffield
tough
United.
time on the
Yes,
wings
thanks
to
as always,
get
Derek. We've got two good teams here,
going,
so I'm
moving in the forward
anticipating a really
direction.
good game. The atmosphere is electric inside the stadium before kick-off, and hopefully
But
we're not disappointed.
they actually end up scoring first in the, what minute
Here's how
was
the
it?
lineup looks for Sheffield
15th
United.
minute with
In good
Odebert,
shape. If their wide players stay high up the pitch and
and
get enough of the ball.
Still
it
can
was
be
a
dangerous.
well-worked goal. We were pretty poor in defending, to be
Well,
honest.
no damage done.
I mean, we should have
Intercepting it
we
is
should have
Johnny.
stopped them for sure. But the entire first half, really one of our
And
only
news of
bright
a goal at
spots
the Etihad
was
Stadium.
Raheem
Alex
Sterling.
Scott.
He was
It's a
balling
goal
in
for
this game.
Manchester City. They've
Um,
scored the opener.
Kind of makes you
It's
wonder if
their
this
day.
England
The
snub
fans are enjoying what they
for
see
the
on the
international
pitch.
team is really
Nice
weighing on him
save.
because he has come out with his pants on fire. Like, he looked so good in the first half. He actually ends up tying up the game in the 42nd minute with an own goal from one of their center backs. He
And over it
beat
comes.
2 defenders on the line and played a ball back across field. And in
Sheffield
doing
United couldn't
so,
keep it.
um,
And crossing towards the far post.
oof,
And just wide
in
with
doing
the header.
so, the ball deflected off one of the center backs and looped over the keeper's head to take us into halftime with a 1-1 tie. So we got a little lucky there, and then we came out in the second half, and we looked so much better. Poch lit a fire under the guys. Nico Jackson came in the second half
Chelsea did more than enough
for
in their win against Everton.
Armando
How
Broya.
might this one go
Mostly,
tonight?
I would
And he's
guess,
in.
because of just fitness concerns.
A goal! 1-0. A fully deserved
He
advantage
looked
based
a
on
little
offside.
tired, so he's still working his way back to fitness.
Well, he wasn't
But
gonna
in the
wait too
50th
long.
minute,
1v1
Sterling
against
once
the
again
defender,
beat
slotted
a
away
handful of
straight
defenders
back.
in the box and was
That's a good
taken down
finish.
right on the edge of it, on the far left side of the box. Cole Palmer ends up taking the penalty and buries it extremely smoothly. I mean, fantastic goal. He basically waits for the keeper to make his move, slides it into the other side with a ton of composure, which is really cool to see him get his goal. It is his first Premier League goal ever. He's only scored in cup games for City, so that was really good to see for him. And well deserved, because he also played very well. He was linking play fantastically. He looked good. And then in the 65th minute, from a double tackle from Caicedo in the midfield, won the ball back, sprayed it up to Gallagher, who had a beautiful through ball to Raheem Sterling, who was on the left side of the goal, and buried it across goal into the right side corner. Fantastic finish. He deserved it. He was by far the man of the match. He was a stud out there. They could not stop him. Their right back was in shambles against Sterling. He was cooking him almost every time he got the ball. And then finally, in the 74th minute, it was some great interchange between... I don't remember who started the attack. It might have been Motson? No, it couldn't have been Motson.
Now breaking at pace, potential danger.
It might have been...
Can he finish? He'll take efforts like that all day long.
It might have been...
Oh, given away. Raheem Sterling.
Gallagher again, actually. Who played the ball over to Cole Palmer, and Cole Palmer slid a perfect square ball right to Nico Jackson on the middle of the six. Nico Jackson swiveled on the ball to take the ball from his right foot to his left foot and slid it back across the keeper for a beautiful fourth goal, which was also well deserved because Nico Jackson looked really good coming on. As far as ratings in this match, like I said earlier, Sterling won man of the match. He dominated. He was responsible for the first own goal. He was responsible for the penalty, and then he was responsible for the third goal, where he scored a beautiful goal across the keeper. Broya was a 6.7. He came off at halftime. Still looking like he's getting his feet under him. He had some really good hold-up play. He didn't get a ton of touches in the first half, but when he did, he looked lively. He's a very dynamic player. Cole Palmer got an 8.2. He had an assist and the penalty, so he had a good day out. Fernandez, Caicedo, and Gallagher all had a 7.5, 7.8, and 8.1. Gallagher was the highest, with his assist to Raheem Sterling in the 73rd minute? No, 65th. I think. But he dominated the midfield again. Like, he's worked so hard. He's so good. Everyone has been giving him so much grief online, which is always how it goes. There's always a divisive player on our team, always, that people won't like, but he played fantastic this game once again. Caicedo had some fantastic tackles, one leading to the Sterling goal, which was actually a double tackle, and it was very nice. And then Colwell had a 7.4, Silva had a 7.0, Disasi had a 6.8, and Cucurella had a 7.8. On the goal we did allow, it was pretty poor defending. Cucurella stepped off way too much,
able to close down the
He
shot.
should have been much more aggressive.
And we are going to have
Silva
2
probably
additional
should have
minutes.
fouled at the top of the box because he easily could have stopped the play as well.
Not a successful intervention, winning the
Disasi
ball
kept
back.
standing off.
And it
So
is
between the
held
three of
up
them
here,
and
it's
Caldwell
all
actually
going to
stepped
plan
to
for
start the
Chelsea.
whole
Not that that should come as any
whole
great
thing
surprise,
off in the
bearing
beginning
mind
where
their
he
home record
stepped
in
to
the
intercept the ball, missed
they've
it,
been
and they
very good
played
in
it
the
pretty
first half.
easily
They've
through
played at
us.
such a tempo, and the quality of their passing has been excellent.
And then
It's just so
Bobbert in
hard to
goal
play
got a
against here.
6.3. He had an okay day. He made some decent saves. The goal that went in, I wouldn't really blame him. I don't think it was his fault. I mean, the defenders should have easily been able to stop the counterattack. And then for the attackers that came on in the second half, Mudryk and Matson weren't rated, but Mudryk looked lively. Matson looked lively. It was kind of ending stages at that point anyway, so they didn't really have to do too much.
The beginning of the second
Mudryk
half
did,
here
I
in West
believe,
London.
create at least one chance. Fizzed one ball across the 6, which was nasty because he toasted the guy that Sterling had been toasting all day. And then, Nico Jackson was an 8.0, which was actually the third highest on the team behind
That was a penalty.
Sterling and Cole Palmer. Oh, and Gallagher, so fourth highest on the team. But he got his goal. He looked very positive.
It's a goal for Palace. They're back level. It's
Yeah, he
1-1
looked
with
good.
50
And
minutes played.
we
They've been far
this
better
week,
than
I'm recording this on Tuesday, and as of yesterday, it sounds like Nico had a small operation on his wrist, because in this game he basically had a cast on it, had it all taped up. So it sounds like he had a little procedure on his wrist to get it fixed up, so that shouldn't be an issue for the Arsenal game coming up in 2 weeks' time. So he'll probably get the start if I were to guess. But all in all, we looked fantastic. The first half was kind of rough, but after halftime, Poch set out a really good tactical plan, and we looked dominant. I mean, we could have had more than 4 goals. We looked very good. We finally were able to take our chances. We had 3 big chances created, 3 big chances scored, which is the first time we've scored all our big chances in a long time, probably over a year, if I were to guess. So that was really nice to see. We had some very good pressing in the second half, where we would just turn it on, and we turned over Burnley multiple times. They do have some exciting wingers. Odebert was by far the most exciting winger on their team. He looked dynamic when he had the ball, which was cool to see because, I mean, he's like 18 or 19. So we dominated them, and we got to see some good wing play from the other side. He did cook Kukureya a couple times. But overall, we played fantastic. I did not expect us to play that well. I did expect us to win, but not in this kind of fashion. It's the first time I've been able to watch a Chelsea game and not worry too much, which was a good feeling because we haven't had many of those, honestly.
And he's lost custody of the ball here.
Oh!
Can they cover up?
Yeah, we haven't had a ton of those, sadly. But yeah, it was a good game. Now we're going into international break with the team feeling really good, which is nice because last international break it was not the same feeling.
Something to worry about here.
Coming into this international break off a big win like this is just it just feels good. Like we deserved it, and now we're unbeaten in 3. We're on a 3-win streak, which is awesome because we need confidence. We are creating chances, and now they're finally starting to make their way into the back of the net. That force field that I had sworn we were cursed with for like a year now finally seems to have gone away a little, which is it's nice because we needed it to go away. So next up we have Arsenal on October 21st at 12:30 Eastern time. Huge game.
Well, as you can see, he's
I
given
mean,
far
huge
too much
game.
space.
I am
Still
very
has some
curious
work
to see
do,
who
and I think
starts.
that's a very tidy finish.
Reece James was
Difficult to
actually
read out.
on the bench for this game. Was he? Actually, I don't think he was. But we did move up to 11th in the table. But
Well,
Reece
no
James
wonder
was
he's
close to
delighted.
being
They're
fit to
hot in
start.
the
He was
game now.
actually serving his one-match ban, so no, he wasn't on the bench, obviously.
Oh
But
my
he was
goodness,
fit
it's
to
so one-sided.
play, so that's
5-0
good.
in
We'll
this match.
probably see him at right back after another 2 weeks of conditioning, which will be awesome because, I mean, technically he's our captain, and it will be fantastic to have him back on
And we have more
the
live Premier League action
starting
coming up
lineup,
soon on EA
on the
TV.
squad lineup
It's Sheffield
sheet.
United facing Aston Villa.
I also think Raheem Sterling will probably start. Enzo and
Very quick thinking
Caicedo
there.
have a pretty busy international
Just have to
break,
make
so
sure they don't get caught on
I'm a
the
tad
counter-attack.
worried that
Oh, good vision.
they don't get the start.
Just the clearance that was needed.
That'd be really upsetting because
This is looking threatening.
I would love to be able to play
Firing
Arsenal with a full
goal.
squad,
And danger
or at least
still.
close to a full starting squad.
Oh, he couldn't outwit the keeper.
So I'm gonna go with ideal.
Will now
I
make
would like to
use of
see
the
Sterling,
substitute bench.
a front three of Sterling, Nico Jackson, Cole Palmer, with Fernandez, Caicedo, Gallagher in the middle, and then a back four of Colwell, Silva. I don't know if we'll see Disasi because he actually just pulled out of the French international team. So maybe we see a Badia Shield start. I don't know.
Well, pressure
And
building.
then I'm hoping
Another
we get to
corner.
see Reece James back in the right back position. And then Mr. Bobbert in goal because
And ably dealt with.
I don't think he's losing it. He hasn't done anything wrong to lose that position, so I think that's what we'll see for a starting lineup.
United ball.
Score prediction, I am going to predict a 1-1.
Likes to
tie.
run with the ball at his feet. Can he make it
1-1
count?
draw.
And a goal!
I think it's away from home.
They just can't subdue
It'll
him.
be a little tougher. Yeah, it is away from home. No, it's not. It's at
Here's the
home
replay.
against
He's done
Arsenal.
well to find that bit of
So,
space
do we
in the
get
box.
weird?
He's
Is it a
got a lot of
2-1
composure
win?
to finish it off.
I'm going
That's a
2-1.
good
Why
goal.
not? Let's be optimistic. Who cares?
Well, it's
So
an
I'm gonna go with a 1-1,
tasty
2-1 win.
6-0.
That's my starting lineup. I think we will see goals from.
Well, the action is going to continue for a while yet.
I think we'll see a goal from Reece James
Can they
and a goal off the bench from
Well, it looks
Mudryk,
easy when you can
who will
put
be
them
fired
away
up for
like
this
that.
game after all the crap he's received from Arsenal fans. So
Well,
let me know what y'all
the
think.
first save is a good one, but they can't
I
react
think,
quickly
I
enough
mean,
to the
that's
second
what I'm
goal.
thinking.
The keeper's a bit
I
unlucky,
think we
really.
could steal a win, which would be
John
huge.
Fleck.
Help us climb up the table a tad.
They've
Even
got
if
to
we
win the
get
ball back.
just 1 point,
Trying to
like,
open them
honestly,
up.
that would be
He just needs to stay
humongous.
level-headed now. So the final
And yeah,
whistle,
I
and what we can
will
say officially
leave
now
your
is that
comments
Chelsea
down
have
below. Let
got
me know what you
maximum
think the
points
scoreline
from
may
this
be.
fixture.
Let me know what you
Well, it
thought of the
doesn't matter
Burnley
how
game.
poor the opposition is, you
Let me
still
know if
have
you
to
have
win.
any other
And that's
lineup
exactly
thoughts.
what they
Maybe
did today.
Mudryk starts
They were
and Sterling's on the
outstanding in every
bench. I
aspect of the
kind of
game.
doubt it. Maybe we see Sterling, Mudryk, and Nico up top and Cole Palmer's benched. I don't know. We'll see, because the midfield might have to switch up if we can't start both Enzo and Caicedo. So maybe Cole will play at 10 and Gallagher and Caicedo, or Gallagher and Enzo will play in the middle. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Leave some comments below and keep the blue flag flying high. We will see. I will talk to y'all again in about a week and a half after the Arsenal game, and we can chat about how it went, and hopefully it's a W. And we're climbing up the table some more. Peace, guys. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, check out one of the 2 videos below, and I'll catch y'all soon. Peace.